What's up? It's you guys, Sky. I fucked up. I just recorded an entire hour's worth of content for this video and realized I was muted the entire time. So, round two. This will be quicker, I guess, because I already went through everything. Anyway, sorry I haven't been around. Life has gotten really busy now that I'm not in the cast anymore. But we are here today because I got a package in the mail today, and I'm very, very excited about it. So you may or may not have heard of this content creator called Coley Does Things. I am a huge fan, have been for years. They post anything and everything fandom related. She's done a few merch drops in her time, and one of them was candles for fanfic AUs and tropes. Now, the first time this happened, I did not have my own income, but they were brought back, and I do have my own income now, so I got them. And they just came today, so we are going to review them. There were 10 total scents, and I only got 7 of them. The ones I didn't get were because I didn't like the tropes, or I thought I really, really wouldn't like the scents. In terms of trope, least favorite to most favorite. Starting off, we have... right. Get really close to the camera there. We have Smut. So this is rose, lemon, musk, and sweet fig. Now, Smut as a trope, well, not really a trope even, it's just a type of content. Just like a factor, mainly. I'd hardly call it a trope. It's just a thing. But, I don't really search for it on its own, unless I'm, like, in the mood for it. But otherwise, yeah, I don't really look for that. And it can definitely be written really well or really poorly. There is a range. It depends on who writes it. I will be rating these on 2 categories. The first one is how much I like the scent just as a scent. Like if I were just going to a candle shop, would I grab this one, you know? And then the other one is... how well do I think it represents the trope or AU or whatever term I'm going to use for it. And they'll both be like out of 5. And friendly reminder, these are just my opinions. I mean, no offense to anyone. We're just doing this for funsies. So, again, I already went through these all once, so I already know what we're in for. As you can see, the wick in there, maybe you can see it. Lighting might be weird. The wick in there's already burned. I already went through all these. But, you've got the nice rose petals on top. And, yeah, the rose is the strongest out of all of this. Out of all the scent parts. All the factors. The rose is definitely the strongest. Especially with the rose petals on top. And then adding lemon as well was really, really clever, because it's much less of a thing nowadays, but there was a period of time where smuts were referred to as lemons in the fanfic community. And so some people might still do that, but now we just call it smut. The rose-lemon combo I definitely love. Again, heavy on the rose. So in terms of how much I like the scent as a whole, I give it like a 3 out of 5 because the rose is so heavy. And I am going to be saying this a lot in this video. Floral scents are not my go-to. They are not my favorite. They are not bad, but they are not my preferred. The second thing I'm going to say a lot is I don't like cinnamon. I hate cinnamon. There are cinnamon in quite a few of these candles, so I will be saying that a lot. Anyway, as for how much this encompasses the concept, I'm going to give it a 4 out of 5. And I think it would be a 5 out of 5 if you could make that musk scent a bit stronger. But again, it's not bad at all, but I can't really pull this one out until I move out. So I'm just gonna tuck that away. Anyway, next on the list is Fluff. I keep forgetting that the camera is mirrored. This is gonna happen a lot. So yeah, Fluff. Now, Fluff is not something I seek out actively. For me, I need more of a, like, driving story. Fluff alone is not enough for me to pick something up. If Fluff is involved in the larger story, I love it. But, again, alone, even though it's wholesome, like, I prefer stories that have, like, a more active plot going on. So this is Vanilla, Strawberry, Peach, and Jasmine. Vanilla is a classic. You can add pretty much anything with that. Strawberry and peach are both fruits that I don't mind, but they are not my favorite. And Jasmine, again, not a floral person. But in the case of this candle, I think Jasmine is perfect. So, opening it up, you can see little jasmine bits on top here. And then, yeah, you get a really, like, fruity scent going on here with the strawberry and the peach, and then it is nicely complemented by the jasmine, I will say. So, for overall scent, how likely would I be to pick this up on its own? I would have to say 2.5 out of 5. The strawberry and peach are the strongest factors here, and that's, like, I don't mind it, but it's not my favorite combo in the world. As for how well it encompasses the concept, I think that's a solid 4 out of 5 as well. Next on the list, we have... Show the camera. We have Angst. This is smoke, sandalwood, clove, and cinnamon. Now, same as with the previous two, I don't usually search out Angst on its own. And, like, if it's part of a story and written well, like, part of a larger story, I will definitely go for it. But I have to be careful for the sake of my mental health. Especially, like, right now, I have a lot going on. I'm very busy. I'm already stressed enough as it is. I don't need more stuff mentally draining me, you know? So, like, when I'm searching through fanfics, I always try to avoid stuff like major character death. But that's just me. So, pop it open here. We've got all of these lovely things. Some of those are cloves. I don't know my plants very well. I'm sorry. As a scent, I give that like a 4.25 out of 5. I would probably pick this up. I could do without the cinnamon, but I still really like it. And again, I already lit all these once and I snuffed it with the cap, and when you do that, when the wick is this high up, it will create smudge marks, but like, you can wipe it right off. Now there's soot on my finger. Anyway. So yeah, as for how well it encompasses the concept. 5 out of 5. 5 out of 5. Immediately, when I popped this open, I felt like crying. 5 out of 5 on that one. So we're going to cap this before I get too emotional. We're going to move on. Next is Coffee Shop AU. They are kind of basic, but very cute and hard to go wrong with, you know? And so this one had some of those cloves, some of the coffee grounds. This is made up of coffee, cinnamon, vanilla, and bergamot. So I'm pretty sure this is bergamot. Again, I don't know plants, like, at all. This one smells like the Starbucks in a Barnes & Noble. And I am not sure if all the Barnes & Nobles have a Starbucks, but the one that I frequent does. And it smells exactly like that. I should have prefaced this. I do have a bias because I've gotten some really high quality coffee candles before, and so they set my standards absurdly high for what a coffee candle should smell like. Yeah, so for how much I like the scent, I give that a 3, I'd say. Because the coffee is definitely there, but it's a little too sugary and not in the right way. And I know for a fact that's because of the vanilla and cinnamon combo. Again, I don't like cinnamon. For how well it encompasses the trope, or AU, I'd give that a 3.5 out of 5. Because the coffee shop AUs that I like don't take place in a Starbucks that's like a chain sort of cafe or whatever they're called. Franchise. But yeah. Coffee shop AUs that I like are never in franchise coffee shops. They're in like cute cafes that are like unique to the area. They're, you know, local businesses. That's the word I was looking for. Next on the list is, come on camera, Hurt Comfort. So this has powder, jasmine, lavender, and soft musk. So Hurt Comfort as a trope, I definitely like it. My main issue is that I have a hard time getting through the hurt to get to the comfort. And sometimes I want like just the comfort served up on a platter to me or whatever. But you can't have the comfort if there's no reason for it, you know? So, popping this open, we've got more of those cloves, whatever they are. You can see a few of them got burned in my test lighting. And okay, I have to take this burnt one out. It's messing with the whole scent. For scent, I'm going to give this a 3.5 out of 5 for how well it encompasses the trope. I would say a 4 out of 5 for that. Next in our lineup, second to last here, is Soulmate AUs. This is made up of rose, Moscato wine, chocolate, and patchouli. So, Soulmate AUs I have a love-hate relationship with. Because they can be amazing or they can be scary. Now, I am polyamorous. And so these Soulmate AUs tend to, like, push monogamy really heavily. And that can be freaky for me sometimes. Because sometimes it might dive into, like, the possessiveness, controllingness, like, you're one and only one. It makes me feel icky sometimes. So if it leans too much to that side, then I won't like it, but it can be done very, very well. And so for like the monogamous ships that I like, it can be very fun to read Soulmate AUs for those. They can be really cute. And I especially love the Soulmate AUs where they break societal standards of soulmates by either like main character does not have a soulmate, or main character has more than one soulmate, or main character was given a soulmate but turns out that wasn't actually who they were supposed to be with. So any one of those that breaks those boundaries of the soulmate universe AU, I love those especially. And so, popping this open, we have a red string in here. And I am so I don't know, it makes me happy. I like it. I like that it's there. Red string a Soulmate AU being one of the most common types of Soulmate AUs, because there's a range. And red string is one of the most common. And so it makes sense to have a red string in here. And so as for how much I would pick it up, like just on its own. Now I'm getting a lot of the rose and a little bit of the chocolate. And I have no idea if I'm smelling the wine or the patchouli at all, because I don't know what those are supposed to smell like on their own. So I don't know if they're there or not. Picking this up on its own, I'd give this like a 4 out of 5 because it's a good smell. I like it. When I go out shopping, I don't go for anything floral. I don't go for the rose, I don't go for the poppy, whatever. I don't go for floral normally, but if I knew this is exactly what it smelled like, I would definitely grab it. So yeah, 4 out of 5 for that. And then how well it encompasses the AU. 3.5 out of 5, because the roses and the chocolate are definitely like love-related things. But maybe this is just like something from my past, but it kind of smells like bubble bath. And maybe that's just my brain associating it with bubble bath. But then, like, thinking about it, bubble bath does not really relate. I like it. I definitely like it. And again, the red string is so cute. Alright, and now my last one. My favorite trope of all time. Enemies to lovers. Let's see if the camera can get that. Hope you can see that okay. Enemies to lovers. So this is grapefruit, cinnamon, copaiba, and gardenia. Grapefruit, cinnamon, and 2 things I don't know how to say. So, popping it open here. Here's what we've got. Those are really nice flowers. I love this flower smell. And as I said when I originally recorded this, whenever I'd go into a flower shop, everyone would be like, oh, those ones don't smell so good. I could never ever tell. Like, all flowers smelled the same for me. And that's probably just because they were in the same place and all the scents were mixing together to just sort of smell like pollen or something. But I could never figure out their individual scents. And so when you have to isolate them for candle smells like this, then you can tell a lot more. But out in the wild, I cannot tell to save my life. When it's open and you've got the flowers in your face, the flowers smell really nice. Now, even though this is like grapefruit, and grapefruit is different from grapes alone, I'm definitely getting a lot more grape vibes. Kind of like grape flavoring for candy kind of vibes. And then the cinnamon is kind of buried under the other things. You have to look for it. If you know it's there and then you like give it a sniff, then you can definitely tell. Yeah, as for would I pick this up, I would give this probably a 3.5 out of 5. And then how well it encompasses the trope. 3? A 3 out of 5? Because the grape smell and the cinnamon smell, they don't really strike me as an enemies to lovers type thing. But I also don't know what would be better. So I don't know. I don't know. I mean, I'm definitely going to use it. So that is all the candles I got. I am so glad these made a return. And please do go check out Coley and their content. With that, thank you so much for watching. Coley's channel will be linked below. And with that, I will see you later, whenever later may be.